Welcome to the Patriot Cast, your number one spot for everything New England Patriots. Hosted by Billy from Patriot Focus. Now, let's get into it.
What's up, everyone? Billy Zahner here with Patriot Focus. I'm here with Ben Memoritas from the Bell Cow NFL. It's been a little bit, but we're back. I think it's been since before June 1st that me and Ben have talked to you guys, but hey, we're back. It's training camp, and the Patriots are going with the Eagles tomorrow for a joint practice. It's going to be an interesting one because we've got A.J. Brown. We've got that little that I don't want to say issue for us, but maybe for them it could be an issue. So A.J. Brown and then Quinyon Mitchell and DeJean, we're going to see a little bit of that matchup. So they used to be on the same team. Now we got a little change to it. And yeah, we're gonna be here to cover the preview of the Patriots and Eagles joint practice. We're gonna talk a little bit about who we want to watch during this joint practice, and then we're gonna end it off with some Christian Gonzalez updates and some latest roster moves. So, Ben, do you want to? I mean, I don't want to say introduce yourself because half of us already know who you are, but mention who you are again.
Well, thanks for having me on again, Billy. Always a pleasure, as usual. Ben Memoritas here. I run the Bell Cow NFL on Instagram and Twitter, or X, I guess. And we cover running backs. So it's been a long off season. I've been pretty dormant this off season, but you're gonna be firing it back up pretty soon here once we get the season. Once we get closer to the season, but should be exciting. It's gonna be an interesting year for sure.
Yes. Thank you for coming on. It will be. It's gonna be an interesting year. I mean, when you talk about running backs, I might pick 3. I might be getting CMC, but that's a whole other podcast. So anyway, let's get into it with the joint practices. I mean, the joints are always fun when they come around. I mean, last week we had the Colts. We only had 1 day of it. Now the Eagles, we have 2. Mainly because the Eagles-Pats preseason game is going to be on Saturday, and then the Patriots-Colts game was on a Thursday. But, I mean, the attendance is probably going to be okay for the Patriots in this Eagles joint practice. We're probably not going to see Christian Gonzalez, though. We haven't seen him at all the past week in practice, and it's just one of those situations where we haven't seen him in so long. Why would he come out here? I don't expect to see him anyway. It would be fun to see him. I mean, see him against this Eagles receiving crew, but it's gonna be a fun practice though. I mean, we got A.J. Brown making his return, or the Eagles coming to New England, and A.J. Brown seeing his former team. So, Ben, what's something that you're going to be looking into in this practice?
Well, obviously it's A.J. Brown. Just what's going to go on with that? How is that going to be? Because this is his old team, but this is also the first time that he's really been around them since the trade on June 1st.
Yeah.
So, he hasn't seen Hurts. He hasn't seen Devontae Smith. He hasn't seen all these guys, Saquon, Sirianni. Like, how is... I don't know. Maybe you would know better than me. Is he a trash talker? Is he a guy that's going to, like, jaw off?
He has a mouth, I think. Who? Sirianni or A.J. Brown?
A.J. Brown.
Oh. I mean, I think it depends who he sees. I think he's gonna run his mouth a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's gonna be some trash talk, I'm sure. But like, I mean, me and you were talking this weekend, and you said that you're pretty confident there's gonna be a fight. So we'll keep an eye on that. I think tempers will definitely be high. We did do a joint practice with them last year.
Yes, 2 years ago, right?
Was it 2 years ago?
I think it was because...
Oh, no, it was, yeah, because that was the year they won the Super Bowl. Yeah,
because the joints last year, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right, because that was Saquon's first year.
Last year was the Vikings away, and then the Home one was the Commanders.
Yep. Yep.
But
So yeah, I mean that a lot's changed since the last time we did a joint practice with Philly, but I think both parties have kind of a chip on their shoulder, especially the Eagles with, they lose AJ Brown, everyone's kind of writing him off now.
yeah,
Sirianni's a hothead just to begin with. So, they always have bulletin board material. And then the Patriots, they were just in the Super Bowl and got destroyed. So that's pretty obvious. Like, there's an obvious chip on the shoulder there. Plus, all the stuff last year of, oh, well, they just had a good record because of the schedule. They weren't actually that good. Blah blah blah. That their defense carried them in the playoffs. Blah blah. So they have all this stuff to prove this year. Obviously they're getting more big time matchups. Like we're playing the Chiefs. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we're obviously going to play the Bills twice.
Yeah, and then we got the first 4 weeks. It's like Seattle, the Chargers, the Bills, and Jaguars. Wait.
Yep, and the Jaguars, and the Jaguars aren't the Jaguars of old. The Jaguars are actually decent now.
I know.
This isn't like the Blake Bortles Jaguars anymore. But I think both teams have something to prove. There's definitely going to both teams are very talented. There's going to be some kind of verbal altercation. It might get physical, but I want to see who's going to start it. Is it going to be AJ Brown that starts it, or is it going to be them, the Eagles, who start it to try and get him going? It's going to be interesting.
Is it going to be with? I think it's going to be with AJ Brown though. I think we can clear that up, right? Like.
Oh yeah.
Like just the fact of him being there. I feel like we can clear that up. I mean,
I want to see a Vrabel versus Sirianni boxing match. That's what I want to see.
That'd be. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. The attendance is gonna be the only, like, aside from Gonzo, it does look good. The past few days of practice, obviously, we haven't seen Harold Landry all camp. That scares me a little bit when we enter this season with a very shallow edge room. That's something that the Eagles are going to tear us apart on. This joint practice is we're not going to create any pressure for Jalen Hurts, and we're going to rely on those corners to make big plays when we don't really have the corners either. We don't have Christian Gonzalez, and Carlton Davis just came back from a hamstring injury. He doesn't look too good in practice either. So we're going to get beat defensively, especially on in the air. On the ground, I mean, we've seen Christian Barmore be limited the past few practices. He hasn't practiced much, so I don't expect to see a ton of him tomorrow. We're probably going to get killed defensively if for what everything looks like. Like we're facing against Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Devontae Smith, Dontavian Wicks. They signed. I mean, he's not great, but money makes a name for himself, and he got a lot of money. So think of it however you want for Wicks. Mekhi Lemon, I don't think we're gonna see. I don't think he's been practicing. Let me double check on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's not fully.
I'm not very high on Lemon.
No, yeah, he hasn't been participating fully yet, so I doubt. Yeah, he got that hamstring injury on August 4th. I doubt we're gonna see a lot of him. But I mean, regardless, we still got Devontae Smith and Saquon Barkley, Dallas Goedert, Eli Stowers. Those are two pretty good tight ends. And then Hollywood Brown, too. So we're going against two very talented slots.
I forgot they had Hollywood Brown.
I did, too. We're gonna be getting beat a lot in the air. Marcus Jones is going to have a lot of work to do. The backup slot corner, I'm going to assume it's going to be Marcellus Dial, and that's going to be a matchup that we're going to have to watch on tomorrow, because that's just going to be a tough one. I mean, maybe not, but it's Marcellus Dial and Hollywood Brown. I mean, that's a little more than a coin flip. And then when we go down this Eagles depth chart, the offensive line, as we know, is good. We got Jordan Mailata, Markel Bell. We're going to see the 6'9" Miami guy who the Patriots were looking at come draft time, but we're going to be looking at that 6'9" rookie. I don't know how he's still healthy, but That'll be interesting to see. I don't know who's going to be in the pass rush with him. I mean, Quintavious Hutchinson. Oh, God, that's going to be ugly. And then Lane Johnson, we got him. That's the offense that we're going to be looking at. Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle. We're going to be
Can't forget about him.
We're going to be seeing him a little bit. So we're going to get beat defensively, and it's not going to look good. And the Eagles are going to look like a Super Bowl caliber team. But
you think they don't look good that side of the ball? Wait till we switch.
I think we're going to win that. I think we're going to win the other side of the ball. But defensively, it's just we just need pass rush. Like this team's not going to. I don't see this team going so far with this tough schedule without the pass rush that we have. Our starting edge rushers right now, Gabe Akis, he's going to be someone that we're going to be watching so much this camp. I mean, we have been watching him a ton this camp, but these last few practices is going to be huge for Akis. He's very behind schedule. He's probably 2 months behind schedule because he couldn't figure out how to write a contract. He was practicing his signature a little too long, couldn't get it done, and got it done at the end of July. So, I mean, it's just not a good situation we're in for pass rush. So tomorrow, I'm gonna assume it's gonna be Akis with the starting edge rusher group, and then Draymond Jones, and then behind that, it's probably gonna be Elijah Ponder, and Quintavious Hutchins, maybe Braden Swinson. It's just that, but first team edge rusher, it's gonna be Draymond Jones and Gabe Akis. Akis is probably gonna be on either Lane Johnson or Jordan Mailata. That's two challenges for the rookie. Like I said, he's definitely set back. But when we go into the Patriots offense, like we've already agreed that the Eagles defense is gonna win this one. The Patriots offense, I can see winning it though. I mean, we're gonna tomorrow's Vrabel said the Wednesday practice will be situational team drills, and then the Thursday's practice is gonna be red zone work. So tomorrow we're gonna be seeing them like throughout midfield. We're gonna see a 2-minute drill and stuff like that. I think that's where we're gonna see the Patriots struggle a little more, opposed to the red zone, because I think we get more stuff done on the red zone. The offensive line is gonna be a battle, with Jalen Carter, with Jordan Davis. Who else? Jordan Davis. Oh, Nolan Smith. He's another rusher.
Yep.
It's gonna be trouble for this offensive line. We're gonna see Jalen Carter with Will Campbell. That's gonna be a fun one to watch. I'm not sure who's gonna win it, but I mean, Campbell's been good. Campbell's been good. He's been on and off, but he's been fairly good this camp. He's definitely been making his name a little better than worse, if you were to ask me. We're gonna see probably a mix of Caleb Loma and Morgan Moses at right tackle. I don't see why they would play Morgan Moses a ton against this very aggressive Philly defense, but I mean, you never know. Who do you think is going to win the Philadelphia front versus the Patriots offensive line?
Well, I am a Patriots fan. However, I definitely think that we're going to get pushed around by Philly. It's just not like, look, all right, they have guys that, what's the word? They break the speed limit a lot in terms of driving and in terms of rushing.
Yep.
They have that dog in them.
Yeah.
I just don't think that Will Campbell is there yet. That's a big thing. And this Lomu kid, I think he's going to be good eventually. But like I said the same thing about Will Campbell, but like it's going to be a while, I think.
Yeah.
Morgan Moses is like 80 years old. So you're right. I don't think he's going to I think he's good for Lomu just to kind of, and Will Campbell just to kind of teach them the ropes a little bit. But I mean, the Phillies' bread and butter is their front seven. and they've had the best front seven in the league for the last like I don't know 2 3 years. So
Yeah.
I don't really see a scenario where I mean I'll be impressed if the Patriots O line can handle that, but I mean I'm not getting my hopes up. Especially, this early. It's not even the season yet. We're still kind of getting the rust off.
Yeah. The offensive lines looked okay though. I will say that this summer. Like you said though, I mean this Eagles front is nothing to joke about. They're strong and they're not gonna be holding back against us. So it's gonna be Jonathan Grenard against Will Campbell, and we're gonna see. Oh, we're gonna see Tariq. Oh my God, Tariq Woolen against AJ Brown. I forgot Woolen went to Philly.
Yeah, I also forgot
I
that.
forgot about that. Wow. And then in the nickel, we're gonna see Mitchell against AJ Brown. So AJ Brown's that's gonna be the matchup of the day. It's the corners against the receivers, and I'm not gonna say corners against AJ Brown because we've been seeing a lot of Romeo Doubs these past few days. He got, I want to say, 5 targets the other day in the last fully padded practice, and a few touchdowns. We're gonna see. I'm hoping Matt Collins in the middle of the field a lot, but we got these linebackers like in Zach Bond and Jahad Campbell that the Patriots are going to be going up against, where it's going to be a little harder to find Matt Collins up the middle of the field. I'm not sure if we're going to do it, but we still got Pop Douglas, who we can hopefully find in the middle of the field, which I am very glad that Josh McDaniels has been finding him more upfield rather than the screen passes, because last year it was all screen passes for Douglas.
Oh yeah,
And
Me and you were
it's just-
texting about that.
Yeah,
every
it's just
Sunday. Yeah,
it's just not something like that in Liberty. I know it's not an SEC school or a big time school, but in Liberty he was naturally finding himself upfield, and he was utilizing the fact that he can get yards after the catch, but that wasn't his main source. He was also getting some yards to the air. He's not getting that in New England, especially the past 2 years, especially last year with Josh McDaniels. So it is good to see him throughout the middle of the field. It's good to see Matt Collins throughout the middle of the field, and then Romeo Doubs and AJ Brown controlling outside of the hashes and doing the work over there. Hunter Henry, he's been hasn't had a very loud camp, especially with Eli Raridan. That's gonna be fun to watch. Zach Bond, Eli Raridan, that little what do you call it, matchup. And then I'm trying to think offensively. I mean, we got Drake May against the Eagles defense. We haven't seen that. I don't think. Have we ever seen that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Maybe since in 2024, I guess we did, but
Yeah, but that was like
we don't even talk about.
wasn't no, because it was it was Brissett who was taking first team.
Yeah, it
reps.
was. Yeah, you're right. So we haven't seen any Drake May against the Eagles defense. So that's gonna be definitely gonna be interesting.
Guys, I feel like people are forgetting Drake May was an All-Pro last year. Like
Yeah.
he was really good. He almost won MVP. Some would argue that he should have won MVP.
He should have. He definitely should have.
Yeah, and like I think that people outside of New England are going to be surprised about how good he is, because these young quarterbacks, when you're young and talented like that, like a lot of the comparisons you get is to Josh Allen. Remember the leaps that Josh Allen was taking his first couple of years? The first year he was like, eh.
Yeah.
Second year, okay, looking good. Third year, he's like one of the best in the league.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
These guys that have these like big frames that have all the athletic intangibles, you know what I mean? Like they have the arm strength. They can move out of the pocket. All like these guys that are like the Josh Allen, Drake May types, they take big leaps every year.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about just finding, he needs to keep up with his mental, reading defenses, all that kind of stuff.
That's a big
being
thing.
A leader.
And adjusting to what he has to work with too, I feel like is another
Exactly.
big one. Yeah.
But like I think Drake May is going to have a good year, and I know that we have a tougher schedule, and he didn't look great in the playoffs last year or the Super Bowl, but like I think I think that a lot of this team has a chip on their shoulder, and I think Drake May is going to have another 4,000-yard season.
Oh yeah.
Probably 30 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. We got a question here in the chat. How's Will Campbell and Caleb Loma doing? It's safe to say Will Campbell secured his left tackle. It's 100% sure Campbell got his left tackle job. I don't want to say back, but he kind of made fans a little more confident about it. He's wearing an arm brace on that left arm. We're gonna see tomorrow and Thursday. It's new, but I mean he was sidelined for a little bit this summer with that left arm injury. So he's back to 100%. He just has that brace on. We also saw Morgan Moses with it. So I don't know how much that you want to take from that. Ben Brown also has it. He's had it his entire career though. So, but yeah, Will Campbell, he's been mentally and physically a lot stronger. You can definitely see a little more leadership in him, and he's been pretty good this summer. Caleb Loma, we've seen him at guard, tackle. We've seen him everywhere except center. He's been around the first team and second team offense, and he's learning a lot from Morgan Moses. So that's kind of what you want out of the rookie tackle. We're not going to be seeing him starting this year, which is definitely good, but he's definitely, starting the season like week 1. But, we might. I don't think we see Morgan Moses for 17 games this season. I just don't see it happening at 36 years old. So we're definitely going to see Caleb Loma at right tackle at some point this season. I can't tell you when. I feel like the later the better. But Loma's definitely he's doing good, I'd say. Let's get back into Patriots Eagles joint practice. I mean, there's not a ton more to talk about. I think we've mostly covered it. I mean, it's gonna be very intense. I'm hoping to see a lot of Romeo Doubs, just because we didn't see him a ton in the beginning. He's starting to show up a little more, but not fully. So that's gonna be especially with all the attention being on AJ Brown. Maybe shift it towards someone else. And this, I'm trying to think, like second strings, the second team offense. That's gonna be also something to watch as we're coming to the end of this Efton Chisholm and Kyle Williams battle for the 6th wide receiver spot. Does the Patriots keep 7 wide receivers? I'm not sure. What do you think? Do you think we end up keeping 7 wide receivers? That being Kayshon Boutte, Pop Douglas, AJ Brown, Romeo Doubs, Matt Collins, and then Chisholm and Williams.
I don't know, because I feel like
tough.
we've already poured so much resources into these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, I mean, Chisholm and
they've both
Williams
been
are
here
like
for a year, but
yeah, but like I still feel like these kids had such, everyone was really high on them.
mm,
Especially, when Chisholm went off in the preseason last year.
Yeah.
Everyone was
yeah,
hyped about that. But, like, I don't know. I mean, 7 receivers is a lot. I don't know what kind of... I don't know. Because McDaniels historically uses a lot of receivers. But...
so does Drake. I mean, he adjusted to that pretty well last year.
Yeah.
You can't take anyone on his fantasy team. You can't pick any of his receivers on your fantasy team.
Yeah,
I'd say that
if
pretty
we were
confidently.
it's hard for me to say, but I feel like if we're gonna cut anyone, I feel like Matt Collins is the one. I don't know why.
I hate that.
I hate it too, but
I think that's crazy.
no, because who would you cut?
You cut Efton or Kyle Williams before them. I think before him. Like you definitely. I think Efton goes before. I think right now on the bubble is Efton Chisholm and Kyle Williams. I think Matt Collins has been getting too many first team reps. We saw Kyle Williams being repped as a wide receiver 7 earlier in the summer. That got brought into Mike Vrabel's attention, and then he was getting a few reps with Drake May in the starting offense. But it's I don't know. But then you also got to shift to the point where who is the third-round draft pick? Who is the undrafted guy from Eastern Washington? Does that have any factor at this point when you're on cut-down day? Who knows? I mean, right now, if it's cut-down day right today, I'm cutting Efton Chisholm and I'm keeping an extra guard or an extra interior offensive lineman, only because we kind of need that depth.
I'm just like shocked to hear you say that you're cutting Efton Chisholm.
I know, like I kind of am too. That's an adjustment.
These are the kind of tough choices that Billy GM needs to make.
And normally I don't make them.
When we get Elliot Wolf out and we put you in, these are the things that we're gonna do.
I mean, right now I'm cutting Efton Chisholm. I hate to say it, but it could come down to special teams. They're both involved with special teams. When you go to the unofficial depth chart, they are both in the first team kick return. Williams just has that more raw athleticism. When you look at his touchdowns last year, all of them were over 20 yards, and all of them had a big impact to the game. The Buccaneers one, the one against the one against the Jets meant nothing. But I'm trying to think. Where was this other? Oh, the Ravens. The Ravens game. He had a nice touchdown. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you Kyle Williams had a good season last year, because he didn't. He didn't do good at all. But he did better than Efton Chisholm, and in my eyes, he has more raw talent and more athleticism than Chisholm, and that's kind of what the Patriots offense is looking for right now, because we already had the Efton Chisholm in our offense, because that's kind of a combination of Dobbs, Mac Hollins, and trying to think, and Booty. So right now I'm cutting Chisholm. The only reason why I'm shutting down the Mac Hollins cut so quick is he has the most experience in the room. I think he does. Yeah, a little more than Brown. I'm not saying he has the best experience, but he has probably the most. And I mean, he was the only scorer for the Super Bowl. He was the only touchdown scorer on the Patriots. True. So it's in like last year when Drake was pressured, I feel like we saw the ball get delivered to Mac Hollins the most, because he was just mostly open in the middle of the field. It could have been 5 yards, could have been 10 yards, but he was there, he was open. So I think you got to keep Hollins, and you got to keep I feel like the starting five is locked for the receiving room. It comes down to those back two guys, and it might be 7. I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to wait and find out. And these two joint practices are gonna do a lot. But let's get into 5 players to watch during joint practice. I can go first because I didn't really tell you any.
Is this both teams? Or
yeah,
just
sure.
Patriots?
Yeah, this can be both teams. One's gonna be Gabe Atkins for me. I mean, like I said earlier, he's 2 months. I'd say maybe a month or 2 behind schedule right now, and he's been good. He's looked good. I mean, last preseason game, I feel like the only issue I saw with him is he was getting faked a lot with Anthony Richardson's little options. But aside from that, he had a pretty good game. He's gotta keep keeping up with this NFL level speed, and that's something that he's not there yet. He's not there with that because he hasn't experienced it as much as everyone else. He hasn't practiced as much. He missed all of OTAs. He missed rookie minicamp. He missed everything except the past he missed everything except the past 15 training camps. So I don't think he's ready, but we kind of need him. So he's my one. Who's 2? You can do 2 if you want.
Oh, okay. I understand. I thought we were each picking
5. All right, let's do that then. Let's do 5. Let's do that. Oh boy, Do you want to go year 1 now?
Yeah, well,
All right.
mine's obvious. Mine's
Saquon.
obvious. AJ Brown.
Oh.
I want to see AJ Brown.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I thought you were gonna go Saquon because you're we all know the running backs.
No, but I mean that. Hey, I will say another guy that I'm thinking of on my.
Yeah, you got Saquon. You got Saquon up there.
No. That's not who I'm looking out for.
Okay, I think I
running back for the Patriots.
Okay. All right, my 2. We're gonna go to the offensive side of the ball now. Let's go with. We're gonna go with Will Campbell. This is just another big test for him. We're not gonna see him in the preseason game, so these next 2 practices, it's gonna be a lot of competition for him, and they're not gonna be shy with him. So we're gonna see probably Jonathan Grenard with Will Campbell. It's gonna be a good matchup. I wouldn't expect Campbell to win it, but I'd expect him to put a little bit of a competition with it because he's protecting Drake May's blind side. He's protecting the reigning MVP, Calver's blind side. Sorry. Still bugs me to this day. You're up. You're 2.
But Matt Stafford's such a nice guy. Sorry. My 2. I'm gonna say Travion Henderson.
Yep, I knew it was coming at some point.
Yeah,
we had to throw that running back in there.
I want this guy to take a huge leap this year.
Mm-hmm.
I want it. And I saw a thing. You probably saw it too, but apparently they're doing a 50-50 split backfield again. Which
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I saw it. It was
okay.
I think Vrabel said that. Which why?
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Okay, all right, fine. But why does Vrabel like Ramondre Stevenson so much?
Think about what he did for us last year. He had the early turnovers. But
I want someone to believe in me the way that Mike Vrabel believes in Ramondre Stevenson. Okay. He always gives him. I guarantee you, Ramondre's starting.
I think he should be.
Which bugs me. Ugh, no.
What makes you, as of right now, in based off last year's 23 games that we saw, what makes you think that Ramondre or Travion should be getting the start? I think at the end of the year, we were seeing Travion get 4 or 5 carries per game.
Yeah. Didn't like that. I need to see Travion get and I understand he's not this big body like Ramondre is. And look, I'll say this because I remember at the end of the season podcast when we went over it, I said I was surprised about Ramondre because he stopped fumbling, right? That was a big thing, was the fumbling, the turnovers. Now it's just, I don't know. It's just, there's something about Travion, dude. There's something about Travion.
Oh, I see it. I definitely see it.
Dude, he was, he is a home run threat.
Mm-hmm.
Ramondre doesn't have that. He's consistent, but he's not the home run threat. When I see Travion's ceiling, I see Jahmyr Gibbs 2.0.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm this guy needs, and my buddy Sam, who's a huge Lions fan, he loved David Montgomery, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he hated whenever he was on the field.
Yeah.
'Cause he's no, I want Jahmyr Gibbs to get the ball.
Mm.
It's how I feel about Ramondre. I'm dude, just give Travion the ball, please.
We definitely see more. We definitely see more talent in Travion, and I guess I can see where you're coming from. When Travion has the ball, something really good could happen, but at the same time, something not so good could happen too, because he gets a lot of 18-yard rushes, 25-yard rushes, but he also gets stuffed in the backfield a lot. And I feel we don't see that as much in Ramondre Stevenson, where I kind of do like Stevenson being more of a third down back when we need it, and then Travion, first and second down back, which would end up him being the starter.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I'd be okay with that. I think 50-50 would work, But
we talked about it last year. We talked about it last year about how Travion has all the tools. He just doesn't have the vision yet.
yeah,
And we kept
the
saying,
patience.
like, once he figures it, yeah, exactly. Once he figures out the patience and the vision, he'll figure it out, and then he'll be really good. Like, Jahmyr Gibbs was that raw, like, untapped talent when
Yeah.
he came to Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
He
With
was
a
just an
very good offensive
explosive
line.
running back.
He also had a very
Right.
good offensive
Yeah.
line coming in.
Right.
And
But, like, at Alabama, he was just explosive.
yeah.
And then he came to the NFL, and it took him a while before he was, like, seeing everything. And then last year, you know, I mean, bell cow spoiler, but I think Jahmyr Gibbs might be number one running back going into this year.
Oh boy.
You heard it here
Heard it here
first.
first. I knew it was coming.
They got an easy schedule, the Lions, and they
Yeah,
play indoors
very
a lot.
easy. One thing, when you go back to, I know you mentioned colleges. You go back to like Alabama with Jahmyr, but you also go back to Ohio State with Travion. He split carries with Judkins. Led them to a national championship. He goes to split carries with Ramondre, leads them to a Super Bowl appearance. So maybe it's that little touch that Travion has that sends his team to the
and
big
he had
game,
that
but
big play in the national championship.
yeah, he did.
Ohio State.
Yeah, he did. And I do, and don't get me for not liking Travion, because I do like Travion, and I think he's a very talented player. And at the end of the day, at the end of this season, actually, I think we can see him getting 90% of the carries, maybe 80% of the carries. And I think that's fine. I think if he gets 80% of the carries, he's doing his job. Ramondre did his job in bringing him into that, mentoring him into it, developing him into it a little bit. Because we don't need to develop Ramondre anymore. We're past that. He's entering his 6th year in the NFL. We don't need to mentor him. We don't need to give all that. But Travion, he's a second-round draft pick, and not for nothing, but he has a lot of athleticism and a lot going for him. So, maybe instead of hiring DeAndre Hopkins to coach, maybe we get Le'Veon Bell, teach him how to understand a little more patience. But that's kind of I feel like that's where we're at right now with Travion in that backfield.
Let's get the Antonio Brown of running backs to teach this guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe CTE's a trick. All right. I'm going to get into a defensive guy, because I didn't get an offensive guy last time, right? Yeah, to Will Campbell. All right. At 3, it's going to be Marcus Jones. We're going to see Marcus Jones a lot tomorrow. And it's going to be challenging for him. It's going to be Devontae Smith. It's going to be Hollywood Brown. And then he's also going to have to manage a little bit more of the field with Christian Gonzalez's absence. And by the way, I'm not 100% sure on this absence. I'm just assuming it is because we haven't seen him in the past week. Why would he come out for joint practices? We're going to talk a little bit more about Gonzo after the joint practice segment, and then we'll wrap it up after that. But Marcus Jones, I feel like that speaks for itself there with Hollywood Brown and Devontae Smith as the slot receivers and Jones being the slot corner. You ready for your 3?
Yeah, I'm actually. I think I want to go Eagles here.
Okay.
I'm gonna be looking at Devontae Smith.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I like that.
And the reason is because he's been a number 2. Well, okay, let's actually rewind. Let's go back to when he was at Alabama.
Yeah.
He had the greatest receiver season ever for, won the Heisman Trophy, won all the awards, was a clear number 1. Patriots legend Mac Jones was his quarterback, by the way. But then he comes to Philly, and he's the second option. Never really. I mean, I think he might have got 1,000 yards a couple times, but he never really, was the alpha, right?
Yeah.
But now AJ Brown's gone. How is he gonna respond to that? Because I'm thinking, this guy clearly showed he can do that when he was in college. I know the NFL is much different, but why is he gonna take that next step And can he be a leader in that receiver room? That's just like a very interesting little wrinkle that I think not a lot of people are looking at when it comes to the Eagles receivers, because they just got that kid from USC,
Makai
Lemon.
Yeah.
Yep. They got Hollywood Brown, which I forgot about, but I mean, obviously Hollywood Brown has had, a million knee surgeries, so I don't think he's the number one option.
Don't forget about Wicks.
Dontavian Wicks, yeah.
I don't know why his name is so big now, just because he got so much money. I guess it's not so big, but like I feel like he did not deserve that money at all.
Dude, I remember when he was in Green Bay and people were just hyping him up, saying, like, I don't know, it's like the guys I play fantasy with, they're like, "Oh, this guy's the future," and I'm like, "What are you?"
I don't see it. He was a 5th round draft pick in like 2023.
Yeah, I was like,
I
just don't see it.
don't think he's came close to 500 yards. I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
Actually, no, last year.
Know.
Last year.
He barely
330
played.
yards last year. 500. Oh, his best season's 581 yards in his rookie year with 4 touchdowns. So, let's just pay him $22 million a year. No, it's not that much, but I think he's getting like 11, which is still ridiculous. Yeah, I think Devontae Smith is a good one. It kind of matches up with Marcus Jones. That's gonna be a really fun matchup. That's gonna be a fun matchup to watch. I'm actually kind of surprised nobody said this one. Milton Williams facing his former team for the first time.
Big Milt.
First time seeing his former team. That's going to be a fun one, because I feel like we're going to be talking about this. We've been talking about all night I've been talking about all night about how this Patriots defense is going to get killed, and I haven't stopped talking about it. But I feel like Milton Williams might be the only positive you might see from it, only because I feel like he's more dominant than the Eagles interior. He's going to be going up against I think Tyler Steen. He's a right guard.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think Williams is going to win that one. We're going to see. Hopefully we see a few run stuffs with Williams and Barkley. I think they're going to be in the opposite field, so the media is going to be closer to the Patriots starting defense, and then the fans are going to be closer to the Patriots starting offense. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's I think anyway. So we're not going to see that one as much, but that's going to be something that we're going to want to keep an eye on, is that Milton Williams spot, because I think everyone's saying AJ Brown's going to get in a fight, but hey, Milton Williams, he's a big dude, and he doesn't seem like his face shot doesn't look like he wants to mess with anyone.
Yeah,
so.
no, I love Milton Williams. He was huge
too.
for us last year.
Oh yeah,
he was a great pickup, and he very much seemed to me like a leader on that defense.
Yeah,
kind of brought that veteran presence to the defense.
Yeah, especially when Barmore's out too. When Barmore was out for the few games, then he kind of mentored Corey Durden into the mix. He was a big part of this defense last year for sure. Mm-hmm. Who's year 4?
I have to really think about this. I'll go Carlton Davis.
All right. That's
just because I just want to see if he gets cooked or not from this. Listen, you and I both watched the games last year.
Yep.
And he had games where he was locking down people, but he also had games where he was getting torched.
Yep. Oh my
God. Which Carlton Davis are we gonna get?
That's exactly how his season kind of was last year. He was either on skates, or he was kind of just having a good game. So lots of penalties last year. He did awful last year, but I mean, postseason he kind of reeled it in and did pretty good. But I mean, yeah, I like that one. He's gonna be on the one and only Dontavian Wicks, or who else? He could be on Lemon if he practices. I don't think he's gonna practice, so I don't. I also haven't been following a ton of Philly stuff. But this last one, it's not a player that we're gonna watch, but it's the ignorant Philadelphia fans that we're gonna be seeing there.
And there it is, dude. This is why people watch this.
I know
show.
exactly.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Yeah,
We're
get into it.
we're gonna see a lot of them. Earlier in the summer, I posted a 4-second video of AJ Brown beating Christian Gonzalez in coverage in the red zone, and he threw a fade. It got over 700,000 views. Underdog Fantasy saw it, or Underdog Fantasy posted it. Yahoo something posted it. And if we go to those comments, I think 80% of the comments are Philly fans ripping into the Patriots fans about either getting AJ Brown, why it wasn't an ideal route for, like, really? Are you it blows my mind how stupid Philadelphia fans are. And they're going to come here and they're going to think that they're the better team, even though they're not. And it's just, I think we might have a better chance of seeing a fight in the crowd than we do than we do on the field. I know.
Billy's gonna ruffle some feathers in the stands.
I mean, you heard it here first. Yeah, it was a 3-second video, by the way, and Philly fans really put my name out there. So thank you guys. I really do appreciate it.
Can we talk about how the Philly like official Eagles account posted a god awful interception that Jalen Hurts threw?
I didn't see that.
Yeah. And then they're like, why would you post this?
Oh my
god
God.
awful. But
you really can't make it up with these Philly fans.
So let me get this straight. This was a video that you took.
Yes.
And
Video
then
that I
it
took.
got-
And
they were trying to call
3-second
you out.
video.
As if it's-
And the caption was, AJ Brown records a touchdown against Christian Gonzalez in the back corner of the end zone. Brown told Gonzalez to step up. I don't know how much.
that doesn't even involve the Eagles.
No, has nothing to do with them. Nothing. And what do we do?
Okay.
Now the Patriots fans are throwing shots at Jalen Hurts. Maybe because your quarterback sucks. Have you ever thought about that? I mean, anyway.
Yes. Yes.
This
is great.
I'm just
This is
trying
phenomenal.
to get it out there. And I don't have any hate to Eagles fans right now because they didn't do anything wrong to me yet. I didn't. I'll be there tomorrow, so.
Pull up, dude.
And yeah, me and Ben will be there tomorrow actually. So. I mean, I'm trying to find the underdog fantasy one, but
that's why, I mean, you've seen how they do opposing fans at their stadium.
what? Oh
They
yeah.
throw stuff at them.
Oh yeah. That's what they do.
They booed Santa Claus.
Can't even make this up.
They booed Santa Claus, and that's why they all get coal. That's their thing. That's why they're so miserable all the time, because they get coal every year.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Well, your fifth player. Do you have one?
Santa Claus. No. Now, oh man, now I'm like, hold on, I gotta lock back in.
I know.
Who'd you say your fifth? Oh, your fifth player was
The Eagles
the fans, right?
Eagles
Okay.
families, yes.
All right, I'll go a non-player. I will say Mike Vrabel.
I like it.
And because Philly, this kind of piggybacks off of what you said about Philly fans.
Okay.
Because if Philly fans show up to the thing, you know what's getting brought up around Vrabel.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
We can't. Oh no. All right. Well,
How is he going to handle that, Billy?
I think he'll be fine. He has. I didn't even think about that. Wow.
Yeah, dude, this is not going away. Like it's away right now. No one's thinking about it because it's been a while. But
Yeah,
once the
'cause
season starts up, I'm telling you that,
You're
dude,
right.
these fans.
I didn't think about
let me tell you
that.
something. Because if I was an opposing fan, I would do the same thing. I would. You got to get in their head. I would absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the guy. Look at this. Look at this face. This is the guy who went to the Celtics-Lakers game and was yelled. I was within earshot of LeBron James telling him that I know he went to the Diddy parties.
Wow.
Okay. So like, I don't care.
Nobody's ever spoken to me like that way. You're promoted.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, we're not there yet, so maybe I'll take videos tomorrow and we'll see if I catch anything. Underdog Fantasy might not like that one, but Pats need to give Gonzo a contract. We're seeing that in the comments. Let's just go to that right here. Patriots, Christian Gonzalez absence update. So I'm sure everyone's seen either in my page or in someone else's page that Christian Gonzalez, or in this podcast, that Christian Gonzalez has been out for the past week. And it's nothing you want with your starting corner, especially when you already have two corners that are hurt. And yeah, I mean, this is an ankle injury, is what we're hearing. He rolled his ankle in a non-public practice 2 Mondays ago, I want to say. Maybe it was last Monday. It's just this goes slow, but I think it might have been last Monday. Yeah, last Monday he was covering Romeo Doubs, and he rolled his ankle. It was the final play of practice, and he hasn't been practicing since. So I feel like you can kind of put 2 and 2 together that he wants a contract. He's also not feeling great. So why would he go step on the field and with a contact jersey on and go risk his season and make that season $30 million less than what he could have if he had to just wait in? The Devon Witherspoon deal is over. If we want to get into that, actually, I'll do that right now. The reason why Christian Gonzalez and Devon Witherspoon were together was because Devon Witherspoon and Christian Gonzalez both have the same agent, and basically what the agency wanted to do is, well, obviously we heard Robert Kraft say that he offered the Christian Gonzalez making him the highest paid cornerback and Patriot player in history, and he didn't really decline it, but he just didn't take the offer. And the agency says, all right, we're going to go get Devon Witherspoon. We're going to go pay him. We're going to go set the market. So that's what they do. The agency goes, pays Devon Witherspoon. Now he's the highest paid corner. That's step 1. And then we see step 2. That's going to be in the coming weeks, if it does happen. Their goal is to say, all right, now we have the highest paid corner, but we have someone better who needs to be signed too. So obviously the better guy is going to make more money. So Christian Gonzalez has to break $33 million, and that's where Devon Witherspoon's at. I'm thinking it's going to be around somewhere around $36 million, and I bet that offer that Gonzalez got earlier in the summer that Kraft said that would make him the highest paid corner, I bet that was somewhere around 33. So the Patriots are ultimately going to be paying $3 million more than what they would have if they I guess they had no control over it, but that's kind of where we're at in the Christian Gonzalez situation. And I don't blame anyone in the situation. I don't blame Gonzalez because Gonzalez can get as much money as he wants. I don't blame the agency because now they can go get more income from this, and they can also go advertise themselves as saying, hey, you college guys, come over to us because we have 2 of the highest paid corners in NFL history. You can say that. And then I don't blame the Patriots for making that offer, making him the highest paid corner in history, because we know it's going to happen anyway. So that's kind of where we're at. Step 1's over. Now we're just waiting on step 2, which is pen to paper for Christian Gonzalez and the New England Patriots. I'm hoping it's going to be a long-term deal, hoping it's going to be 4 to 5 years. I think Devon Witherspoon was 5, maybe 4.
I don't know the specifics of it.
It was a 4-year deal, $132 million contract extension. averaging
Okay.
$33 million per season. So yeah, I'm hoping 5 years for Gonzo, making it like 36. But
That's a big contract.
we hear this now, but and this is a whole talk around Foxborough. Think about next year when Drake May has to get extended.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Like,
This is
that's
one of
gonna
the big
be-
things. All right, obligatory Brady mention right now.
All right, talk to me.
This is one of the unsung things about Tom Brady because he always took team-friendly deals.
Yeah.
He was making like 15 million a year or something like that. Like something small. You know? And that allowed Belichick to build this sick defense every year. And, I don't know. That's my obligatory Tom Brady mention.
It could come down for Drake. It could come down to the agency though. Brady's agent was Don Yee, of the firm Yee and Dubin Sports.
But
that's
Brady
more of a
has
smaller
said-
company. I feel like
No, I
we're gonna
understand,
see.
but
I feel
Brady
like
has also said that he wanted to take, like, I saw an interview of him recently saying,
saying like I want to make the pay cuts, right?
yeah, like he was basically saying that like when I was in New England, I always took pay cuts because I want to make sure that the team is better. I can't succeed if the team isn't good.
But you say that, but then at the same time, what if Christian Gonzalez did do that? But his agency is saying, "Screw you. We want all our money, and we want the look."
That's a good question.
Like we want the. I'm not like as funny as it sounds. Like it's a real thing. He actually could have said like, "No, I'm fine with this offer," because at the same time we could go on and win the Super Bowl with me. And the agency is saying, "No, we're gonna go get all the money we can. We're gonna get the best rep we can for the future clients that we have." And we're going to go get as much money because why not? And I feel like that's something we could see, especially with these bigger companies. I think it's CAA football that Christian Gonzalez is with. And then and then Drake is also with CAA football. Jimmy Sexton is his agent. So CAA football is a big brand, and they got Josh Allen. I want to say Jalen Hurts while we're talking about the Eagles. And they got all the big name guys. So they're not going to want to take a pay cut. The agencies won't. The players, I can see Drake taking a pay cut. I mean, he's established himself here. I think he's going to be here for the rest of his career. But that's just because I
remember when Burrow got drafted. When Burrow was up for his contract, I thought he was going to take a pay cut because he struck me as that kind of guy. But then he took, he set the market for highest paid quarterback ever. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from Drake.
Me neither. It's gonna be ugly. I can promise you that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting for sure. This is why we gotta get Elliott out of there, dude. We gotta get Elliott out.
I still like him. I really do.
Me and you joint effort.
We'll never come to an agreement on that, but
me and you need to just go in there and run this thing.
I do like
Everything will be
Elliott.
fine.
I think Elliott's he's good for what he has to work with. Sorry. I like Elliott. But yeah, that's kind of it for Christian Gonzalez. I mean, now he has the ankle injury and we're waiting for him to get signed, so I guess it's just part of a waiting game now. That's all we can say. But give him the contract. Pay him this season before we
pay the man.
Before we gotta see him put up another historic performance and give him an extra $4 million a year, as we were already budgeting $3 million a year in the first place. So just pay him. Just pay him now while you can before you gotta pay $40 million. And before, you just don't want to get into that. I bet Drake will be. Oh God, who's the highest paid?
I think it's
Is it Herbert?
Josh Allen.
At one point, it was Herbert. But
it was Burrow, then it was Lamar, then it was Allen. It's or maybe Mahomes because I know Mahomes just.
Oh, it's gotta be
restructured his
Mahomes.
deal.
Yeah. Oh no, it's Stafford.
Yeah.
It's Stafford.
Stafford.
He has a. Let's go. I want to go AAV because that's kind of all that matters. The. Oh my god. The average annual value for Patrick Mahomes is $63.1 million, and he leads. That goes in the history books. That's a lot of money.
Wow.
It's kind of weird that cornerbacks get nearly $20 million less, or the highest paid cornerback gets nearly $20 million less than the highest paid edge rusher. That doesn't seem right. I don't know.
Yeah.
But wow, that's a lot of money for someone who's hitting his centers in the back of the head in open practice. No, I have a lot of respect for Mahomes. I do like him. The highest ever paid Patriot player is Milton Williams.
Correct.
20. That was a question in the comments. Milton Williams at, I want to say $26 million per year for like 4 years or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
At first it was gonna be the Panthers. Jordan Schultz reported it, and then 10 minutes later, Schefter was like, nope, he's got to deal with the Patriots. So, I mean, whatever, we have him. But he was one of the guys that we're gonna be watching tomorrow. So,
That's right.
Ben, you're coming tomorrow, right?
I am.
Wow. Well, the Patriot Cast is going to be live in attendance for you guys tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see all the coverage we can do. Maybe after practice, depending on what time it gets out, we can go outside the stadium and give you guys a full recap of practice. Tell you guys what we saw on site before we leave and yeah. So on site at Gillette Stadium. Well, we can probably give you guys a recap. If not, then just gives us a better reason to come back in the podcast and do this again. So, aside from that, that's probably gonna be it for tonight's live. Tomorrow at 9:15, gates open for the Patriots and Eagles joint practice. I'd suggest you guys getting there around 8:30. This is going to be the busiest practice we've seen in 3 years, and it's going to be you're not going to find a seat if you're there at 9:15 when gates open. So my biggest suggestion is get there early. You might have to be in line for a minute, but it'll pay off when you're seeing a historic fight in the crowd. So, and I'd assume ramps are going to be open. I think last time the Eagles came in town, there was like 11,000 people here. So I'd assume it's probably a little more this time. I don't know how they're going to fit it, but the ramps are probably going to be open. And our goal tomorrow is to not be on the ramps. Hopefully we can do that. But if anyone wants to save a seat for us, I mean, we'll gladly.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
We'll gladly take it. But anyway, I guess now we're waiting for a Gaunt contract and tomorrow's alarm to hit, and we're gonna be out. We're gonna be out at Gillette Stadium, hopefully at 8:30. And yeah, so Ben, thank you for coming on tonight. It's always a pleasure having you. It's always fun. It's always fun. We won't be taking that long break again. We can't do that to you guys. We can't do that to ourselves. So
Yeah.
so yeah, we'll be on again soon. And yeah, so thank you guys for listening tonight. Ben, any final words before tomorrow's joint practice?
I just hope who's gonna bail us out of jail.
Well, you heard it from him first.
We're gonna try not to fight.
That should be a shirt. You heard it from here first. You heard it here first. The Patriot Cast.
We're gonna try not to fight anyone, but we'll not. Let's just put it. We won't start the fight. Let's put it that way.
Well, that's right. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us tonight. It was a fun night to be talking about the Patriots, and like I said, tomorrow at 8:30, I'd try to get there. If not, you're gonna struggle finding a seat. So, yeah, I guess we're gonna wait for tomorrow. I'm Billy Zahner with Patriot Focus. You can find all my work on Twitter, Instagram. You're going to find this podcast. You can find this podcast on Amazon Music, Spotify, YouTube, basically any social media platform you have. I'll be giving live updates throughout practice tomorrow. So stay tuned on Twitter for that. Get your notifications set if you'd like, but it won't hurt me if you don't. So, like I said, thank you guys for joining tonight, and until tomorrow.